All right. So great to see you. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh, how was your week? Yeah? You remember what we learned last class? Hi, everyone online. Great to see you. What was the subject of class last time? We have short memory these days. It's not like how it used to be. This Instagram is killing us. I'm telling you. I just saw an article that say like countries wanted to sue TikTok because it's messing the brains of people. So it's interesting. What we definitely have a short memory, isn't it? So what we talked about last class was about how to shorten processes. You remember? How we can accelerate and make processes shorter by understanding that we cannot bypass processes. That's the whole idea. We have deep inside of us the urge to bypass any difficult process, but that's not the way to handle processes, because they're always going to be there. The challenges dealing with the things that are not really in our favor are part of the scheme of life, meaning that the moment we are embrace them, the moment we understand that they're part, that's when we actually can shorten them. Again, so there is no bypassing of any processes according to the Tikkun, isn't it? Anyone experience something related to that this week that wants to share with everyone online or here? Yes, come. Please. Please.
I had a dream.
A dream, it's good.
So it felt like a nightmare. But the important part of it, without being too specific, not to get too long, by the end of it, I felt I was being compressed into a baby body, and I was about to be born. And I saw like
When was it,
it was either last Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, sometime. It was not the weekend, by the end of the last
It's
week.
interesting because
Yeah.
that's actually when the human soul was born. It's called Rosh Hashanah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the frame time, like starting from Wednesday night
Yeah.
and Thursday. Yeah. Interesting.
Interesting. I told my mom that via WhatsApp so I can go check to see.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I had this. So I was becoming a bit. I wanted to say no. I don't want to go back and repeat it all over again. But all I was doing was crying and screaming, being born. And I saw a glimpse of a white room, and my father was waiting for me on the other side. And then I woke up. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? Yeah.
Nice.
So that was
How you relate that to the process?
I mean, symbolically, it's like being reborn, maybe evolving spiritually. But there's a lot of fear, a fear of having to repeat lessons, I guess. I don't want to have to repeat, but maybe I have to. I don't know. I really don't know how to interpret all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it felt like a process for sure.
Usually don't want to repeat. It's a good sign that you're going to repeat them. So if you accept that, probably you can shrink the process.
Right, acceptance is the lesson. Okay.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Anyone online, Lidet? Anyone here wants to share something about processes? Okay. So beautiful. So I find this class today as one of the most important class of this course. Why is it? Because on this class, we can understand the purpose, personal purpose, but also the purpose of humanity, because we're sharing the same purpose. As I shared with you, last Wednesday night, we celebrate the Kabbalistic New Year. And the Kabbalistic New Year is symbolized actually the birth of the human soul. It's not symbolizing creation as physicality, it's representing the birth of humanity. So it was actually our birthday. So that's the reason I said, I wonder if it happened exactly on the same time, which I believe so. So this infusion or decision making, why humanity have to take place in this universe, and what is really our play here in this world, what we're supposed to do. So it's a very big question that we all like wondering and asking ourselves, what is it? After even we're all grown up, we have tons of experience, but do we really know? Tell me, do we really know our purpose? It's like a constant question for some seekers to understand what is the purpose of life. But the Kabbalists explain that in order to go to the purpose of life, you have to come back. You have to rewind to the very beginning of creation. Yeah? So we know that within the seed of something, there is all the intelligence of what will grow up from it. All the intelligence is already hidden in the DNA in the seed. Yeah, I just made this DNA test. It appeared to be that I'm 50% Italian. That's what they say. I don't know what it means. But imagine yourself what they can really extract from your DNA. And it's probably going generations, because my parents has zero relationship to Italy. Yeah. So imagine yourself the passing of DNA from one ancestry to another. It's still imprinted within us. It's crazy to understand that. More than that, there is so much intelligence surrounded on health issues, on mutated genes, and many amazing things that you can really extract from DNA. So what we said, in order for us to understand the purpose of humanity, we need to go very deep down to DNA of creation. Yeah? So the Kabbalists do share what was creation about, how did it all started, and what was the reason of creation. Yeah. So we know that scientists were able to go back 13.8 billion years ago to understand there was a Big Bang. Yeah. No contradiction about that whatsoever. There was a Big Bang. But when you ask scientists, okay, what was it all about and what caused it to bang? Then they get spooky. They say, okay, we don't know. So they invented this super collider, invested trillions of billions of dollars just in order to understand what is the Big Bang all about. And still, they don't have the answer, because the answer cannot be something related to physicality. The cause of the Big Bang is very much an interesting concept that's been shared by the Kabbalists thousands of years ago. So one of the Kabbalists named Rabbi Yitzchak Luria, he lived 500 years ago in Tzfat. And he explained creation. And it's interesting, I didn't bring it today, but sometimes we just do the comparison between science and spirituality, just to show the parallels, because there are many, many parallels. And one of the paradigm shifts the Kabbalists predicted is when we will be able to bridge the two together. Because for the logical mind, there is the proven scientific facts. And when they match spirituality, and now we're closer to that than ever, then people will be convinced that there is an higher force, convinced that there is an higher plan, convinced that we all meant really to understand our purpose. Yeah. So what he shared that in one moment in time, before time, sorry, because time is part of our existence right now. So, how time can be measured? Only with a consciousness that can actually count time, isn't it? Yeah. So when time started to be counted, it says, according to the Hebrew, the Kabbalistic calendar, time started to be counted from the appearance of the human soul, because that's the first time there was enough consciousness really to calculate. Before that, there was the primordial man, those creatures that going around, and all this development. But there was no human conscious soul yet to count. That's the reason we don't have all the calendar, the Kabbalistic calendar. It's 5,785 years. Yeah. And that's the birth of consciousness. But pre the birth of consciousness, and pre-time, and pre-space, and all of that, there was an existence according to Kabbalah. And that existence was already complete. But it says that in one given moment, all this existence, which was filling up the universe, there was no empty space, this Kabbalists explained. There was no time. There was no lack. There was no emptiness. There was no physicality, actually. There was no physicality. And in one given moment, all this energy restricts itself to one point. And from that one point, there was the creation of the physical reality. That's what he says 500 years ago. No scientific, and it's exactly what scientists says too, according to the Big Bang. So it's interesting. We have to go back there. And beside understanding that this has happened, we need to understand more, why did it happen? Why did it take place? So, of course, it's not something that I can prove to you. There is no movie of creation. So we call it an axiom. But what is an axiom? Axiom means that, yeah, maybe I cannot prove it, but on the other end, there is no way for you to prove it wrong. So you have to test it on yourself. That's the most important thing. Is that making sense? It means whatever I will tell you today that happened so far from now, it's not something that I can prove to you, but it's something that you cannot prove that didn't happen. Means that you will have to give it a try and adapt this theory and test it over yourself. Because this is all purpose. We're not talking about any history here. We want you to really test this understanding about creation and the reason why we are here. Because the moment, boom, is going to be this download of understanding why we are here, all our view of our life going to change. Is that exciting you or what? Yes? No, not so much in this table? Yes? Yes. Okay, good. So, very exciting. When I heard this class 22 years ago, first time, that's it. I was like stunned. I said, that's it. I got to the right place. So I hope I can bring this message home to you, okay? So, as we said, the existence before reality, it means that everything was filled up with this positive energy. It's the masculine energy we call the creator, okay? So what we said before classes about the essence of the creator, what is the essence of the light force of the creator? What we said, you remember? Sure, no mistake. Huh? Kindness. More. Love, joy, appreciation, abundance, positivity, sharing. Yeah, the most important thing that it's such a fulfilled and expansive energy, positive energy, that all what it wants is to share. And it doesn't have any desire to receive. You know? So the best way to explain it is looking at the sun. The sun, from our perspective, have zero desire to get anything from us. Even if we insist to offer something to the sun, it won't work. A glass of water evaporates, you know? A vacation, impossible to give anything to the sun. So the sun is pretty much a very nice metaphor to understand the light force of the creator. It means that it's energy that always just projecting. Now imagine yourself that you are somewhat of a sun like that. You have this desire to project and to give this love. What would you do? What would you do?
Always say hello to someone. I'd always say hi or try to connect.
To share it with someone. Yes, great. What else? What would you do if you have all this energy from you, nuclear fusion light coming out of you? What would you do with that?
I think of others. Not put myself first. People go ahead.
Beautiful. Online, anything?
Be in service.
Be in service. Beautiful. Ima? Okay, we're not gonna push you too much. But the bottom line, when you feel love, all what you want to do is to give love to others. That's the bottom. When someone is in love, yeah, like you remember the time we all got in love. You don't eat. Everyone that comes to us, we're so forgiving. There's nothing bother us. We don't even, just sharing. Yeah, and we are shining. It's amazing. So the bottom line is that imagine yourself, this force called the creator has all of it inside. So he had to find a way to share it. Therefore, he created his opposite. The opposite is the vessel. Okay? So what is this vessel? We mentioned the word vessel before. What is this vessel? Vessel represent something that will desire that force. It will want it. It will magnet it. Yeah? So he created that feminine aspect of it. And he created it in an unlimited way. Limitless. Because that force is limitless, you have to create a limitless vessel. Therefore, there was an amazing synchronicity between those two. One gives endlessly, one receives endlessly. Is that making sense? This is the axiom. So, perfect. I have so much to give the light force. I will create a feminine aspect of me that all what it wants is to receive. And that was the existence before time, motion, space, and physicality. Everything was perfect. Everything was perfect. Okay, light, the vessel. Now, what does it mean, vessel? It's very important. We're going to use it from now on in our vocabulary. Because without a vessel, it's impossible to receive anything. If you don't have a cup, or if you're coming with this tiny cup to the Niagara Falls, and you try to fill it up, and it'd be absurd, it's going to smash it, and the vessel going to disappear in seconds. So in order for you to go to the Niagara Falls, you have to come with such a bucket, that fills up all the Niagara Lake, isn't it? True? Yeah. So you have to match the vessel to the light that you want. It means that if you don't have the proper vessel, you won't have the proper light for it. Okay? So in other words, vessel, according to Kabbalah, called desire. Okay? Let's say you have the capacity, the brain capacity, the talent, the environment to be a billionaire. Okay? Everything that you need, the IQ, everything. But you have zero desire to be a billionaire. Will you be a billionaire? Yes or no? Exactly. So vessels means desire. Remember that, very important. Yes.
I was ready to ask you that because I was reading the book that I got here, and it's saying vessel, and I have not actually put it in a clear way what would need to be a vast light. It's like I'm trying to think, okay, I'm a cup, I'm a pot, when you kind of, so I think that what you just mentioned, it's
Yeah.
real to me. Like
Yes.
this, I am the desire. And you say that phrase, I think in the first class, right?
Yes, we are the desire. Yeah, it's the opponent system will always causing us to forget. We think in a way we are something that is predetermined, but we can actually increase the desire to receive, isn't it? It all depends on us. It's like we determining how much light we can get. We are in charge because the light is endless. Yeah? The light is endless. It's here right now, and I can grab only according to how much I'm craving it. There is something there to ask? Okay. So that's what called the endless reality. Before physicality, my friends, there was no physicality. Everything was perfect. There was no pandemics, no negativities, no bombing, nothing, everything, no fights. Everything was just in peace, in peace. So in one, maybe you can, Elidet, maybe you can click, you remember it's a, so in one moment in time, yes. So was the process the creator give to the vessel endlessly. But what happened in one moment? The vessel rejected the light. The vessel said, no more. I don't want you to give me anymore. Now, who is the vessel? It's the human. It's the human soul. We were part of this original vessel. Now, imagine yourself. You are been giving everything that, the universe can really offer you. Everything, all the ecstasy, all the fulfillment of being rich, of having love, relationship, family, all the things that we really reach for in life. But for one reason, we're saying no to that fulfillment. It says that in the upper world, in the endless world, the experience of the vessel receiving from the light was taking an ecstasy moment, your most elevated moment in life, or an orgasm, and duplicated by 10,000 times. But it's coming on every moment, nonstop. That was the experience of the vessel. So why should the vessel say no to that? Why did you say no to that? It's you, it's your fault. I'm part of you, yeah. It's our fault. Why did we say no to that? That's a question for you. Please, people online, shoot in the chat. Tell us what you think. Why should we say no to something like that? Fear. I don't think fear was exist yet. Came after.
It's a sense of excitement.
Sense of
If you have it too much, you get tired of it.
Okay. Okay. More. There are many answers.
So we could earn it.
Okay.
Separation.
Separation. Why?
Because of the ego. The ego crept in and we felt separated.
Let me make it more humane. So you are a prince or princess. This king, your father, is saying to you, listen, I worked so hard all my life. Sit back, relax, sit at home, sit at the palace. Whatever you're thinking of, I will provide you. You want sushi? Sushi. Entertainment? Entertainment. Learning? Learning. Everything will come right to you. Don't move. Relax. Sit. How would you feel?
No motivation.
No motivation. Okay.
No appreciation.
No appreciation. Nice.
You need to experience earning it.
Okay.
Experience something different.
Break it down. I like earning, but try to break it down what it
Giving
means.
back.
Giving back. Ooh. That's very big.
Silvina says, if there's nothing to chase, there is no desire or motivation to create change, grow or development.
Good. Good. Anything else?
Shame.
Shame.
How
Mm.
do you have to be the creator, to try to be the creator?
Why should I? Good one. I like it.
Because if the creator gives, right? And you want to experience giving.
But if the creator wants you to give, can you give the creator?
No.
It's impossible to give the creator. So he created you so he can give to you. He created a vessel so he can give to you. Isn't it? Do you agree?
What's going to experience happiness then?
Huh?
Based on the example you gave us, if our parents tells us, oh, you can just sit at home and we'll provide everything, aren't you going to be happy though? Because you obviously see how your parents are struggling to provide that life for you. You will want, personally, I will want to go through the stress. If they tell me to sit at home, I'll be happy. So that's just my own. I don't think
That's a very honest answer.
I'll be
I
happy.
would agree. Most of us going to be very, very happy. Let's say I'm going to sign you a check of $1 million now. So there you go. Would you take it or say, no, 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 please, David, no, let me give back to you? If I give you a gift, $1 million right now, would you take it? Yes? Okay.
What do you like to chase?
Okay. So, yeah, so of course, it's very honest to understand that we're going to be okay. And probably you're going to be okay if you're born to rich family and they're going to provide for you and you need to make zero effort and everything is there. But the question is for how long, isn't it? Because then the burden will start. Then I also want to experience different things. Yeah. I want to go to earning, as people said. Yeah. I want to share too. I want to be creator instead. So those two are very interesting. I like them. They are the really understanding. So to be creator, to be a sharing are very, very powerful, but they contradict the purpose of the vessel. I'm sorry. Vessel meant to receive. Yeah. Without the vessel receiving, how can it, be filled? Isn't it? And that's the understanding. So the Kabbalists explain to us, okay, let's assume the creator created the vessel. What he can create the vessel from? There was nothing, there was only creator. So what he will create the vessel from? Yeah, some people know a little bit about the Bible. What they say about man in the Bible?
His image.
In his image. That's where it's coming from. In his image. He cannot create something that doesn't exist inside of him. So even though there is a vessel, the vessel is created as a vessel, but with the DNA of his daddy. He carried the DNA of it. So even though the creator had a good idea, said, okay, I'm going to create a vessel, I give it endlessly, it will receive endlessly. What wasn't thought, or maybe was thought, but created what we call the paradox of life, that the vessel deep inside of him has the DNA of his father. And what is the essence of his father? To give, to create. And this is, my friend, the paradox that exists within all of us. And that's what's causing the confusion of life. Is that making sense? The confusion of life exists within each and every one of us between, am I a vessel? Am I the creator? Am I meant to receive from life and take and grab from life as much as I can? Or am I meant to create? It's totally opposite things. And that paradox exists inside of us and it's tearing us apart. Do you agree? Constantly, oh, I have the desire to do this. Oh, I should share. I should be kind. I should volunteer. Oh, but I wanna have this career. I wanna have this love. I wanna have this relation. teared between those two, and we don't know really how to handle it. Till we come into this course, and now when we explain the paradox, because it exists within each and every one of us, now we need to see what we're going to do about it. That's the important thing. Any questions about that? So we said there are two things here. There's light and vessel. The light is the desire to share. It's the one that cause. It's the cause. It's the root. It's the beginning. It's the seed. And the vessel has the desire to receive. It's the effect. And we can toggle between those two constantly. In 5 minutes ago, I felt like a vessel. In 5 minutes from now, I feel like a light. It happened to you? And we're going from those moods constantly all day long. I want to do something. I feel like, I feel that I'm a victim. I feel that I wasn't given enough. Yeah, you feel like that? That's the way we are. This is the exact description. Now we need to manage those two aspects of us in the best way. And if we be able to manage them right, we will be very happy and fulfilled. Why it doesn't move? Oh, okay. So another way to look at it, beside our deep inherent desire to be co-creator in life, because this is running within our DNA. And you will see that your best experience in life is when you created something. When you build something out of nothing. That's the best pleasure of life. Giving birth, building a house, building a business, overcoming deep challenges, running a marathon, doing a ice plunge, whatever. You know, all those difficult things that you're able to conquer and to say, I can overcome and I can create, those are the most pleasurable things in life, isn't it? But now there is another aspect of it. The other aspect is that the vessel felt something. It felt that we call it shame. What does it mean, shame? Shame is the feeling when you been an effect of someone that just give you and nourish you. You know, remember what we said? You can feel like that. You know, you're going with someone to a restaurant and he's offering to pay. Say, oh, that's nice. It's great. He offers me to pay. That's a nice gesture. But the next week he's doing the same thing. And the week after he's doing exactly the same thing. So now you start being suspicious. So what's going on here? Something is weird. You know what? I'm just his puppet. He's enjoying to invite me, and I'm just the effect of everything. I feel ashamed. I feel that I'm worthless. I feel that, you know, I have to give back. You know this feeling sometimes? So this concept called bread of shame, it's the condition, the vessel we experience when not expressing our light-like nature. When I'm not expressing my soul uniqueness and I'm just the effect of things, that's the moment I feel this, what we call bread of shame. Bread of shame, it means that I received without earning. I didn't earn what I have. And there are many byproducts that someone will experience when he received bread of shame, when he received too many freebies in his life. Can you name them?
Depression.
Okay, that's a good one. I mean, it's after a few stages, but yeah, it's the final result, yeah. But what someone feels when he didn't earn what he got? Lack of appreciation. That's a big one. Yeah. Now, something that it's hard for us to understand, but when I'm in complaining mode too much in my life, it means that I haven't earned the energy. If I'm complaining, if I'm blaming others, if I feel that I wasn't compensated for my effort, it's a sign of bread of shame. It means that I'm not really thinking in the mode of expressing the light feature inside of me, the creative feature inside of me. Because if I'm activating that, I'm not looking to receive. I know that in this world, if I remove the bread of shame, if I'm not looking for free lunches and I'm looking to earn my process, and I can cope with any process in my life, knowing that this process is there only to help me to remove bread of shame, to earn the light. And things are not going my way because I haven't earned it yet. But I can point on all those problems, external problems. He didn't do that, the government, that, this, my wife, my children. We always going there. Do you agree? We always trying to put the blame on something external. But no, the only way really to remove bread of shame is becoming the giver in the situation. Bread of shame means I am too much of the vessel. I'm too focusing on receiving. So of course I'm going to feel empty. Yeah. But there is an interesting thing. It's impossible to be totally fulfilled in this world. Impossible. Forget about it. Every time you feel this lack inside of you, you know why you feel it? Why we feel the lack? Why we feel unfulfilled? Yes, but why we feel lack? Because can you feel the lack of something that you never possessed? No, I want to bring us back to. Yes, but why we feel lack and why we always going to feel lack no matter what we're going to have physically in this world. You're going to be a billionaire, you're going to have the family, you're still going to feel lack.
Unfulfilled desire.
Because there was a point where we had everything.
I told you your daughter is deaf. Absolutely. Because we had the endless lights and we still carrying that memory, there is nothing that can completely fulfill us in this world. The only way we can get closer to it is by becoming constant co-creator, givers, doers, creative, solving problems, innovative. That's the only way we can get closer to that experience. By wanting to receive, we will never be able to be fulfilled. We can, according to culture, according to the expectation of society, it's look like we are fulfilled. We have the comfort, we have the money, we have the Lexus, the Tesla, we have this and that. All of that, yes. But deep inside, we're going to sleep and say, something is missing. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so I buy a 40-feet yacht. Okay, that's going to do it. But that's good. No, it doesn't make it. Yes. What do you mean?
Does that mean greed is not a sin? Like, the seven deadly sins, the seven sins, greed is part of it. If you're saying we once had everything, like when we were receiving light, does that mean that man is not greedy? Because when people are looking for a better, like let's say that you already have this car and you're looking for a better one, or you have so much money and you're still looking for more, people classify that as greed. But what if it's just lack of fulfillment?
That's where greed coming from. The bottom line, it's
we
from
just-
lack of fulfillment, isn't it? Because you feel that something is missing and say, I have the desire for more. But we said that on a physical level, it's impossible to fulfill that desire.
So it becomes greed.
So the greed, there is a term called greedy for the light.
Okay, so
You want to have greed for the endless light of the Creator. And how can you get that endless light of the Creator?
By creating.
Exactly. By becoming like the Creator in this world. And even for that, There is no stop. You cannot say, okay, today I'll be the creator, tomorrow I'll be the servant, But it's going to be kind of a second nature that you're constantly seeking just to add value, to add, to create, to complete creation. Because when the creator created this reality, it seems that the reality is not complete. We still have chaos, we have problems. Why? Why the creator created the reality in such a way? Now when we understand this class.
People to have space to create, and for the people
Exactly.
that are meant to receive to
Exactly. Because if the creator wanted to create this reality
everything was
complete
perfect.
and perfect, do you think he was able to do it? Absolutely. He created it incomplete so we can complete it. So that's bringing us to the understanding of restriction. So remember, this kind of contraction that happened says this, when the vessel said no to the light, that was the cause of the Big Bang. And that's what brought about time, space, motion, physicality, creation, universes, galaxies, and eventually humanity. All this evolution created because of that. Why? Because we ask from the creator, give us the opportunity to become like you. So can the creator say no to his favorite son? He says, yes, I'll create you, but you're going to be sorry that you asked for that. Don't worry. You're going to be sorry asking that, but I will do it for you because I love you. But I won't forsake you. It's going to look like I disappeared from you because you asked me to create this reality, and it's going to look to you like I'm gone and there is no one in charge, but I'm going to be there all the time for you. But since there is a concealment, you will have to make tremendous effort to see me again, to experience my light again. Okay? Are you sorry saying no? How can we do it?
Now it's good.
Huh?
Now it's good.
Why?
Well,
Because you know? Exactly. But yes, now you have to act upon it. Anything online? Okay. So restriction, that's the first restriction. It's called the contraction. It's called, in the Kabbalistic term, it's called tzimtzum. It means that, remember we talked about the endless reality is the 99% and the physical reality is the 1%. So this is the contraction. The light force contracted its energy to 1% from the endless. So now we're experiencing limiting source, and we can only experiencing more by making effort. If we don't make effort, constant effort, not just physical effort, spiritual effort, we wouldn't be able to grasp more than the pleasures of the five senses, of the illusionary reality. We won't. So we are here to make spiritual effort in this world. So just to explain a bit about understanding deeper on bread of shame, can you share with us a moment when you felt that you've been giving yourself up to others, but you felt judgment as a reward of that? You've been put down. You felt something like that? No one felt this way ever? Yes?
Very big example.
Just I have a mic here, so
Yeah, talk
thank
to
you.
the...
A very basic example, at work, I can review someone else's work just to be my best and provide the best feedback I can. But instead of just appreciating that, the person might be in the defending mode and just say that, no, and start to fight back instead of getting that. So I feel judged and
Absolutely.
Is that not like almost a reverse bread of shame? You're giving, but someone's not receiving.
And why is that?
Maybe that person's not ready to receive it.
He doesn't have
You're
the
giving something
desire.
that they don't really want at this
He
point.
doesn't have the desire to receive it. So sometimes we try to impose coercion. Coercion, how do you say? coercion. Coercion. We try to impose on our children, oh, be like that, be better than me, be what I ever never been able to be, and we try to impose and try to help people. They didn't even ask for help. You're going on the sidewalk and you see the old lady and say, let me walk you. I said, yeah, but I was going the other direction. What you trying to cross me the road for, And that's our relationship also with the Creator. He cannot give to us unless we have desire for that 99% energy. And that's the reason we're a bit bitter towards the Creator relationship too. And we complain, say, where are you when I needed you? Where are you? Why the world is like in that way? Did you build the right desire? Because the moment you build the vessel, the light comes in immediately because it's endless, it's always there. So we can also give bread of shame. But I don't want you to worry about that too much because it's a bit rare. We should express more of our sharing. Yeah, check if there is a real desire, but we see that there is a need in the world for more consciousness. We see that there is a need in the world for more help, for more development, spiritual, physical. There are so many places in it, and there are so many opportunities more than ever in our generation to give and to add value. Do you agree? Everything is global. If you do something, you can take it and make it worldwide. Okay, so share, where can you become the cause, the initiator to remove lack, bread of shame, in the area of your life which you feel lack of purpose. So we said that this class is about purpose. So probably there are areas in your life when you pretty feel that you don't know why. I don't feel any purpose there. So if you feel in one area in your life lack of purpose, it means that you have bread of shame in that area. It means that you're focusing too much on a free lunch, not how to earn, not how to give. Someone wants to give us an example of an area where you feel lack of purpose, that is not fulfilled, that he doesn't get it. Who can share an area in his life? Career, relationship, health, wellness, education.
Repeat the full question, please. That's the question again.
So share on an area in your life that you feel lack of purpose. That you feel unfulfilled.
Going to school right now, and I feel like I'm going for the wrong thing. Like I'm studying law, and I'm studying the wrong type of law just for financial benefit instead of doing the kind of law that I should be.
Okay, so you feel that there is no real purpose there?
I mean, there's a purpose. Like I love law, but I should be studying something that has more to do with, like, making real change versus more about like corporate stuff.
But you feel that this is not the final destination?
I mean, it pretty much is, because like I'm already committed to it, right? I can change like eventually, but it's very unlikely.
So where is the lack of fulfillment there? Where is the lack of purpose there?
That I should have studied a different program instead of going to where I'm going to right now, because I'm about to finish and I have to start articling and stuff like that, and I should have been doing it in a different field where my whole career would have been different.
So it could be that your driving force there was really the desire to receive for
Exactly.
oneself alone,
Exactly.
which go completely against your desire of the soul.
Yes.
So you were convinced by the desire to receive that you should go this way instead of what to follow your heart and do the other. Interesting. Very interesting. Yes.
Purpose is the purpose of giving. And in most cases, it's about relationships. I have a relationship with one of my children who I've tried to show a direction that I think would be wise for him. And there's a complete refusal. So I feel there's a lack of listening, a lack of wanting. So there's a sense of frustration on my part to be able to try to share that. And maybe
So
this
we-
reverse spread of shame that you're talking about, he's not
No,
ready to
we
receive
share
it.
this example. It's a very good example, and it's frustrating to all of us as parents. Also the Creator wants the best for us, and He sees us like falling one after the other, isn't it? So the same experience goes to the parents, saying, "Let me share with you my experience. I've been there, done that. You should choose this area. It's gonna save a lot of time, a lot of aggravation. You're gonna be so successful." But if you are the Creator, which you are, you can share that, but have zero agenda on the decision of your son. Zero frustration. If you're coming only as a creator, okay, I did my act. I show the path. I cannot be frustrated. The relationship cannot be, ruined because it doesn't listen. Because he has his own vessel. He has your own desire. I can inspire. I can share my experience. I can tell a story. You can do as much as you can. But you don't take his decision personally as something that goes against you. Because then you're turning to be the effect. And if you are the light, you are the light. I'm giving. You want to receive? Take it. We can solve a lot of problems by understanding this class in every relationship, not just with our children, in the job place, with our partners. Yes, good.
Online, Henry is sharing, being supported by my family stops me from earning to my full potential.
What does it mean?
Like she's receiving support, I guess, economical, and so she's not really earning her, like making more effort for the full potential. Is that right, Henry?
Very good example, isn't it? So what good parents do? Oh, my poor son, he's going through our time in college and, let me send $10,000 so he feel a little bit more comfortable because he cannot find a job. Poor Sonny. Oh, I don't want him to feel pain. What did you do in that moment? What did you do in that moment when you gave him bread of shame? He's gonna hate for you. He's gonna hate you for that eventually. It's gonna come back to you. You know what they call it? The Beverly Hills syndrome. There is a name for that. There is a name for that. Those children that were given the most, they resent their parents the most. You would be more happy and you say, I love you, and throw him to the water. Learn to swim. He's going to appreciate you so much more. So much more. He's going to hate you in the beginning, but in the long term, he's going to love you. What do you prefer? He's going to be happy in the beginning and hate you the rest of his life, or he's going to hate you in the beginning and love you for the rest of his life? What do you prefer? That's the point. Yes.
I'm thinking, what if there's a situation where one of the parents is strict like that, is like, no, go learn to swim, and the other one is enabling? Isn't there a balance?
If you play it right, the stick and the carrot, it could be good. It's like, but they need to know how to play this game together.
What if they're separated? They're not planning.
So
it,
who
but
you
it's
love more?
happening
That's the
like that.
question. The stick or the carrot? What do you like more? If you like the stick better, it means that you're looking to earn. If you like the carrot better, it means that you're looking for a bread of shame. You know? Yes.
Thank you.
I think I could use some clarification. I'm not 100% following.
Please.
So if by giving to a child we are generating or like we're causing the bread of shame, what's the different way to do that? Don't give unless they ask for?
Teach how to earn.
Well, that makes sense, but back to in relation to the bread of shame, just don't give anything then?
As a child, you have to grow them, but giving the right education is the most important thing. Understanding how you can prepare him to the survival of life. It's not by preventing any hurdle from him, by covering him with, how do you say? Bubbles, exactly.
In general, it makes sense, but we have an example where a parent is trying to teach by example, and then the kid also doesn't want to take
But I believe what Glenn was trying to teach is you should go and do something. It probably demands a lot of effort from the son, isn't it? Yeah. Probably something that's uncomfortable. That's the reason the son is like, oh, I don't want to hear it. It's too much effort, you know? Because we know already that when you make the effort, you're going to be more successful, isn't it? We know, we learned it already. We don't want to internalize it, but we know that it's a fact. Yeah. So we want to pass it to our children, but sometimes we're so resenting of processes. We're so resenting of the pain that we went through. So we say, oh, my son, I don't want him to go through that pain that I go. No, but that's what caused you to be who you are. Why? Why you try to steal it from him? So challenge him. The best giving is teaching someone how to give, how to share, how to create. Exactly. It's either you give a fish or teaching how to fish.
Maybe we are over-focusing on the parent and the kid example. What I'm struggling to understand is from the one hand, being a light, trying to share, but at the same time, sometimes when I'm sharing, I'm causing the bread of shame from someone else. Like, what do I miss?
So here's the cup, right? Here's the vessel. Like I love to share. I all I want to do is share water. All I want to do is share water. You have the cup. I keep pouring the water. Your cup's full. The water spills. Now it's on your lap. Now it's on the floor. But I love to share. Like I love to share. All I want to do is share. Are you no? Because I'm oversharing. Your cup can only hold this much. If I just keep pouring the water,
That's bread of shame.
That's the bread of shame. So
when you give, when you overflow the vessel, much than what it's need or much desire, then it's bread of shame.
Oh, then your example makes sense then.
Yeah,
and we talked about it in the beginning, by the way.
Overgiving. I think you want to give, of course you have to give, but then there's overgiving. Like if I love to talk and I want to share my story with you, but you're not interested, and all I want to do is share my story yesterday, like how great my day was, and I talk for like an hour, 2 hours. Like, are you happy? Like, are you enjoying it? No, but I just want to tell you about how great my day was, out of like love, but at the same time, I'm oversharing. So bread of shame is when you're giving too much and the person's not ready. Like the vessel doesn't have
a desire for your sharing.
Like you don't want to hear it, so your desire is limited. But all I want to do is share. So it's like when you're again, it's we'll talk. I'll
so the highest level of sharing would be helping someone to build his desire. Because when you have the right desire, it will be fulfilled. Our problem, we don't have enough desire for the right things. Something?
The spiritual rule is the number 5. It's spiritual rule 5
yes.
and tool
Sorry,
5.
Yeah. Because sometimes we give it in numbers. So spiritual rule number 5. Spiritual effort equals fulfillment. Spiritual tool, focus on the effort being the cause, not the result. So if it's referred to someone, you say, okay, I'm going to give him everything that I have, my advice. Let's say you ask for advice, but then I have to let go. I cannot feel I cannot feel unrewarded by him not listening to me. Yeah. I'm not focusing on what I'm going to get from it. I'm just focusing on the giving. And if there is no feedback, if there is resentment, oh, sign of bread of shame. I should stop giving. When we complain to the creator and say, oh, why did you? So, okay, I cannot give you. You don't have the vessel. You don't get the gain. Sorry. You don't build the right desire. I cannot give you the light. That's the rule that we decided. When we said no, that's the rule we decided that it has to be. That's the name of the game of life. Yes.
Just to verify, you might explained already, but I want to go.
Sure.
To use spiritual effort. Like, could you elaborate what does it mean specifically?
Yes, that's a good question. What do we think spiritual effort is? It's not necessarily for anything physical. It's about learning to prepare our vessel. Our vessel, it means transforming ourselves from wanting to receive to wanting to co-create. Yeah, that's a spiritual effort. The desire to earn, that's the spiritual effort. I'm not looking for free gifts because I had everything free from the creator then, and I asked to play the game of life, being co-creator. Therefore, I'm not looking for anything free from the world. I want to share, and from the sharing, the vessel already will be fulfilled. Same as you go to work, you earn a salary because you put an impact. They're not happy with your effort at work, they're going to let you go. No more salary, isn't it? Earning is very simple when we go to work. So if someone just go to the job and just fantasizing about what he's going to do with his earning in the weekend, all week, that's what he's thinking about. There are people like that. They're so not focusing on doing their job. Oh, immediately bread of shame. They're going to be a chaos awaiting for them eventually, if that's going to be their mindset. Yes.
So you talk about to come from a place of giving. This is what you're speaking of. If I want to earn at work, but my shoelaces have been tied by the people I work for, and I can't accomplish it, how can I fix that? How can
That's
I?
very
The
interesting
intent
question.
is to come from a place of giving, but on the opposite side, there's a challenge,
Sure.
and I need to come from a place of giving, but if I can't,
It could be that this vessel of this job place is too small for your desires.
let's put it in the context of a relationship then.
Same. It could be exactly the same. But first, I need to make the maximum effort to be the giver in that relationship with no expectation. Only then I can examine if on the other side there is no true recipient. Okay? So I need to be very sincere before I'm jumping to conclusions. Okay? Because some people, they want to change career, they want to leave work, they want to have a different partner, but it could be that it's coming only from lack, not from I'm not really able to express my light. Very tricky. The ego is very tricky, guys, so be careful. Yes. So if I want to be co-creator in this world, I want to focus on how I can add value. And we all have the uniqueness inside of us that in such a way we can add value. We just need to find it. And when we find it, this is our true purpose. This is the co-creator DNA that exists inside each and every one of us. And when we find a way to express it, I'm telling you, it's going to be so much and beyond what you felt so far in your life. So we need to demand it. I want to find it. I don't want to have the shortcuts. I don't want to have the free lunches. I'm willing to put up my sleeves and work it in the relationship, in raising my children, in my career. It's not about the reward. It's not about the money, the position, the power. It's not about that. It's about the effort. Questions here online. So let's work together now within the groups. Go back to journal of we just did about an area that you thought that you feel unfulfilled, lack of purpose. And in which areas of your life do you choose to take more responsibility? Throughout the week, take specific action to shift the energy in that area. So if there is a place that you feel unfulfillment, how can you take more responsibility? Instead of blaming, instead of complaining, how can you be more creator? How can you earn more to receive more fulfillment in that area? So share within the groups, okay? Thank you, guys. You like the class?
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling. No, that's it. It changed your life forever.